Hey, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. If you're just now joining us, my name is Ashley, and this is my sweet perspective where I give my take on all things TV, movie related. Here to put you on, joined by Tyra over there. You see it at Struggle Reviews TV.
Mhm.
Tyra, are you ready to get into these divorced somebodies? I'm not calling them sisters no more because ain't no sister of mine. Talk to me. How are you today, and are you ready
I
to
am
get?
awesome. I'm definitely ready to get into the semi sisterhood of it all because it's not given what y'all think it is to put sisters on the end of that divorce statement. But y'all cute or whatever.
Because I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? If you guys are just getting here, please go ahead, hit the like button. By faith, go on and hit the like button and just know you're going to enjoy this live. It's going to be a good time because we're always a good time. So, y'all, this was episode 3. We made it, Joe. We made it. And Tyra, I want to know, in comparison to the first 2 episodes, what were your overall thoughts of episode 3 and how does it compare?
I think episode two cooked a bit more. I felt like we were really moving episode two, and it gave me false hope that we would just be moving, period. Because I was like, the tempo with Tyler and his stories are never going to be, really fast. But if we can get something that feels systematically correct in a show format, it's like, okay, all right, I'm liking this. And then episode three kind of moved us in a slower pace as it did kind of with episode one. So I feel like we kind of took a couple of steps back. But we do know a whole lot more about these ladies' dynamics, and we did get to meet everyone's husband or significant other here. So I do feel like progress was made, even though when it comes to something like Naomi, we don't need to spend, an hour there.
Child, we definitely didn't need any more Naomi. Like, aren't y'all sick of it already? It's so worrisome. I'm just like, what are we doing here? Lord have mercy. I'm over it. Overall thoughts for me, I agree. Episode 2 has been the best episode so far. But this one, I do like how we got to see what the dynamic really is because it's not sisterhood. This is not sisterhood, not amongst everyone. The only people that I honestly think are true friends are Geneva and Rashida. Tiffany, Bridget, Naomi, they're outside somewhere else. Those two are locked in. And I'm curious if we'll get backstory about how everyone really met. As far as Bridget, like I said, she gives the help. Like, I don't think that they look at her the same way. I don't. It just doesn't give that. But episode 3, y'all, not 4. I don't know what I was thinking. It was entitled Hush Tones. Javon attempts to make Geneva jealous after making a wild declaration to her. Bridget feels uncomfortable introducing Vaughn, and Naomi receives a visit that upends her life. That is the episode synopsis, honey. And let's get into it. We are going to start with the characters first, and then we'll do a little breakdown of what actually happened during the episode. So, again, at this point, we're with Rashida and driving in the car in her who ride, excuse me, a Bentley, with her husband, Pastor Jefferson. All right, they get into a conversation about where is the love gone? Where is it? Where did it go, Tyra? It's the love you said you give to me. Listen, he said it's over, basically. She says, you know, I love you, right? But you nag, you get on my nerves. You always got something to say, Rashida. And she says, is that why we're not having sex anymore? And proceeds to turn back on her gospel music. This is a raggedy marriage. This is terrible. This is all for show. This is all for the church and what it looks like on the outside. These people could not be far removed, much more far removed from each other than they are. I hate seeing this. I'm like, can we get one happy black couple? But I guess it is divorced sisters. Tyra, talk to me about Rashida and what you think of her character in respect to her husband, Pastor Jefferson.
Rashida is exactly who we thought she was. Rashida is here existing in a very loveless marriage, and it's all for publicity and image sake, for the church and for the business, but behind closed doors. Do you even like me? Love is far gone. Do you like me? We're not spending time together. We don't enjoy each other. We're not even sleeping together. I'm gonna wait till you get to where you need to go before I get into what I feel like we're doing with Devon Franklin and his narrative, and who it could be. But yeah, this is
Man,
this is this is.
man, that he said that man.
I just said, man. Yeah, I was like, oh, we sitting Devon over there with the boys. Because that's what it's given. You know, when you have a man stand firm and I have never cheated on you with
It was a
another
woman.
woman. Meanwhile, you over there with old, Darius down the block. It's giving that with him, and I don't know. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's where we're going. But this is this
Girl.
is this is what we thought it was. Like there's no love here. They're just coexisting just for image sake. There's a lot of gaslighting here, and well, like she can't even ask a simple question without, oh, here you go. You always. It's a lot of you always, which lets us know that they've been in this discontent for a very long time.
Oh Lord, it is. And like the kid said, give it up. Like why not? Why are we here? Why wouldn't we just get a divorce already? Like it's you this is all for show. Easing on over down the primrose path, honey, to Geneva, the lawyer, all right? Confronted with the question, am I the baby pappy? Am I the baby's daddy? All right. Ronrico, aka her husband William, remains oblivious. Geneva honestly is a certified menace to me, Tyra. Because here's the thing, you're not scared of being found out. There's no remorse, there's no guilt on your part, there's no shame. You're pressed about what he's finna do with Tiffany over here. Like, that's all you're concerned about. That's jealousy, sis. There's nothing more than that. She was in love with this man, or at least in deep infatuation, and she could give a damn about Ronrico William. She could give a damn about her husband. And I think it's disturbing because then you feel like you have this ownership to this man who's not your husband, boo. You have a man. You have a husband. To me, this episode really showed me what Geneva's character is like. And I think she's a trash box, Tyra. Talk to me about Geneva and what you think of her character so far.
Girl, that man, she said it's been 6 years. Correction, it's been 5 years and
Yes,
11
11
months.
months.
Boy, Geneva's trash. This
Girl,
episode was all I needed to know that there's no sisterhood in the sistership. Like, it's not that. Because regardless of this, because girl, clearly, especially with the behavior that we saw from Tiffany later, regardless of what it is, girl, I'm going to hold you down. I'm
hmm
glad that you told me. We're worried about what he's planning to do.
hmm
And the fact that he said he came here for me. He been
hmm
waiting for me. And girl, you know it was always you. We were supposed to leave them. We were supposed to leave these unhappy marriages, or where we just felt like we weren't being satisfied. Girl, was supposed to be us, and you here with him, but
With
still
him.
pretending, and then you got a baby that could be mine. We're gonna leave that up in the air because it's like it could be. We don't, girl. We know that's a man, baby. We know that's a man, baby, because let's add diabolical on top of diabolical. But yeah, Geneva put the stamp on, like, is there sisterhood here? Are these ladies really
Mm-mm.
friends? No, some of us are friends, and some of us are selfish heathens, and Geneva is the latter.
Absolutely. Honestly, now she's not quite as bad as Naomi, but she over there to me. I really get infuriated. And this dingbat, a true dingbat, as I have it here in the notes, she gets dumber every single episode. There's no way you would keep this man's little penny ante stuff when you have $37 million of a settlement. And the fact that you had to let them popos come to your dodo to get this stuff back is insanity. Franklin ain't got no D moving you like that, sis. Did he burn you? There's got to be something so deep in this to make this make sense to me, Tyra, because she is one of the most unbelievable characterizations I've ever seen in my life. I get the angry black woman. I get that, right? We've seen the trope done over and over and over, but most times it's justified in some way. This man left you for a snow bunny, fine. I don't give a damn. I have $37 million as a parting gift. Do you think I give a damn? Because I don't. I could Tyra, drop 37 million on me. He will never hear from me again. Franklin, thank you and Godspeed to you. Thank you to that man. Like I don't understand why we have all this animus and venom, and it's like it's still my mission to ruin him. He's got to pay. Ho, what did he do to you? Naomi is terrible. She's a terrible character. And again, she's and I get it's Tyler Perry. He's not going to give us a ton of nuance or depth with any character, but I still expect something. I expect like you have a valid reason for this level of insanity, and she doesn't.
We
Tyra, talk
do.
to me
We
about it.
do. We do.
What is it?
White woman.
Girl,
It's white woman. Now, from the show,
It's
they
not that.
really want us to identify with Naomi because she's supposed to. Girl, this is our Bernadette. This is our
Never.
Bernadette. I have every
You could
validation
never.
to be mean, be surly, be scorned, be the bitter ex divorcee because you left me for a white woman.
And for
Now,
a
it's
white
supposed to be
woman.
giving that this husband is petty, he's manipulative, he's not going to take any turn not to get under my skin, because why do you even need these things? Why do you need to post that, oh, my wife is just this, that, and the third, and it's always better the second time around? It was like, I was your starter wife. It's giving like I probably held you down, put these times in, and now you
I
leave me high and
understand.
dry with this white woman, but I put all this time in, so I get $37 million for my trouble. The
Yeah.
right conscious person wants Naomi to be moved and settled and moving in her peace and her power with that $37 million. We don't want to give her that narrative because we are divided between scorned, bitter ex and her just moving on. We don't want the moved on, healed woman. We want the scorned black woman, this mean ass woman, this dragon lady. It's sad, this is just what it is. And it's disappointing that we're going to get this from Naomi for however long, but this is just what it's going to be. And that's just really sad. Like, we don't need that. We're more than that. But Tyler has no interest in us being more than anything. He wants to lean into those caricatures, and Naomi is one. She's a sad, angry, bitter black woman who can't get out of her own way even with $37 million.
Which is insanity. And it goes to just never mind. I'm not going to do this. But I like this. Chuck, thank you so much for this $5 super chat because this is something I wanted to talk about while we were here. Naomi Petty off the myth of white womanhood. Oh, and DSG don't need that little job, but she took it to not.
Not that little job. You need that little job. Why does that have to be a little job, Chuck?
We know you got it, Big Daddy Chuck. We know you a provider. So be blessed, be wise, use wisdom. All right. But we appreciate it. But I do want to talk about this because I think this is a misnomer, and this might be a hot take, but I don't see 85% of black women being mad about their ex leaving them for a white woman if they were paid in this manner. Case in point, Bernadette. He left Bert and for a white
White
woman.
girl.
Listen,
Oh, white
but
girl.
here's the thing. He ain't want to pay Birdie. That was
Nothing.
half that was the majority of Birdie's issue. You want to take the money and run, John. You want to
Yeah.
take the
You
money
want
and
to
run.
take your money and run. Do you know they make wine in the vineyard? Do you know they make wine in California? Girl.
I'm saying that made sense. It's rooted just about I gave you 11 years of my life. You not only leave me for a white woman, but we have the context of now you're leaving me broke. I gave you the house, now sell it.
I
I
hate you.
you.
I remember when the pastor told me he was counting right after 51.
Listen, I'm just saying that makes sense. This makes no sense. Ho, he ain't leave you for dead. He left you with 37 million. Say you broke your back, put him through school, did everything. $37 million is still a
That's the
profit. I
thing.
guarantee
They
you.
want us to get into Naomi. It's not about the
No,
37 million. It's not
no,
about the money. It's not even
no.
about those assets. Her keeping those things this episode, that keeps me connected in some way, even big or small, to that man. She cares about that man. She don't give a damn about them the millions.
That's dumb. And that's dumb as hell because I know if anything, being a black woman, I am rational. And when it comes to that coin, that cute coin, that'll get my mind right. Listen, I get it. Girl, you gave him the best years of your life. All right. But that 37 million is gonna give me the rest of the life that I deserve and I need. Be blessed, Franklin. I ain't got it to do. I think she's so unrelatable and so unrealistic. And the fact that they're trying to push her down our throat as relatable is insanity to me. Easing on down this road, Bridget, I don't see it for her. I do not see it for this character. I do not see it for this little weirdo gamer that she's got who's not even cute. I don't even have his name, honey. He ain't even
How
on
you
the
look
main
young and
cast.
old at the same damn
Just
time?
diabolical. It's because What is what is the reason? What is the reason? I don't get this at all. I don't believe anything about it. Bust some tables, young man. Like, because that's what you look like. You look like the help. That's why that man said that. Were you done busting? Why are you not in the back collecting these dishes? Because that's where you need to be, gainfully employed, sir. I don't understand what the like. Again, some things need to make us make sense to the audience. And right now, what is he giving that's going to make me take care of this grown ass boy? Like, what is going to make me do that? And why? I'm a gamer. I'm a streamer. Are you, with no coin? With no cute coin? And this heifer really ironed these dirty clothes. I'm over Bridget. I don't know what purpose she's going to serve other than the help as well. And again, I just wanted more for this character. And right now, Tyra, it ain't giving me what I need. I'm not getting it from her. Talk to me.
Baby, he was supposed to be big fine. Big
Yeah, and he's
fine.
not.
Big, he may not have a job. He don't have any real income, no prospects. He gonna play that game before he go clock in. But the D, but the bot. Did you see the youngin? Baby, he was supposed to serve. He's supposed to be eye candy. He's supposed to be, he may not be much up here. He ain't paying no bills, but the D is D, and that's what's keeping
Listen,
me
he's supposed
holding
to have that
on.
basement dweller dingling,
Bro,
Tyra.
basement dweller dingling, and it's just
Mhm.
not giving that. It is your hair's uneven,
Your line crooked.
girl. It's just not, and no spice to this man, but like he's supposed to be cooking. Like you're already obnoxious, and you have the nerve to be just well, he's decent looking, he's desirable. We dealing with this and iron ashy dirty ass draws for desirable,
There's
and
no
then it don't
way.
even seem like, baby, y'all don't know that man. I'm gonna deal with this, and he gonna embarrass me when we get home. He gonna pop that. Who could crack this
Mm-mm.
back? I ain't never had. Bridget tired of him already. What are we supposed to do with this? Because it's not giving anything of the sort.
It's not. It's not. It does not give that he's a backbreaker. Now, if she'd have had Doc over there, listen, with some whips and chains and all that stuff, I could get that. I don't understand him, and he's obnoxious and loud, and you can't take him nowhere. Like I just. Ugh. Then we get
Oh,
over here to Tiffany.
poor little stink.
I'm so bored. I'm still bored with her character, Tyra. I've been bored the whole time because I feel like she's only, and we know everyone's not a main and we need supporting characters, but I still like my supporting characters to have some sort of direction and motivation. It seems like everything she does is in relationship to someone else. And I still don't know who she is, right? We're supposed to get she's this reserved, divorcee. Her husband left her, but she's making cute coin. She's fine. But there's nothing else. I'm like, girl, where are we? How does she fit? This is a real recipe for disaster. I want to know, is anyone Tiffany's? For Tiffany's everyone's friend, but is anyone her friend, Tyra?
I was about to say there's potential with Tiffany, which I know we're getting to later, but she seems like objectively a real friend.
Mhm.
Even, with all the bashing she took from Naomi last episode in that kitchen, I'm gonna be here and hold you down because you need me, whether you know it or not. It's giving, girl, I can tell you've been crying, it's giving, you don't have to be hiding, don't you be ashamed to say it. It's I'm your girl, we all girls. You my girl. Don't you know that we love you? It's that if there was anybody that I was feeling like core friendship from, it's Tiffany. And I don't know if she's gonna be the character to just really be down and out because when I need it, it wasn't given in return back to me. This isn't what I thought it was. But her narrative at this point is completely wrapped up in Geneva. So what does
Mhm.
that say, about her having any independence of it? But I guess we'll see with I'm sure the numerous episodes we have to come. But yeah, we are we're not cooking with Tiffany solo. Now Tiffany in Geneva's mind and what she has cooked up as far as what this could mean for her, yeah, it's cooking there, but Tiffany doesn't have her own narrative right now.
She doesn't. And I need that for her because I think these are all viable characters. I just want to dig deeper into who they are independently, right? So now let's get into the story of it all. If Naomi couldn't get any more worser, After the popo leave her dodo, she decides that the best thing she can do in this vintage Mercedes is to go to the liquor store and become a drunk driver, Tyra. Like y'all want me to hate her. Y'all want me to hate her in every way possible. Y'all want her to be the belligerent. Y'all want her to be loud. Y'all want her to be a drunk driver. Where are we going with this? And why was this necessary for the story? Girl, you that been out of shape about them earrings. You have $37 million in the bank and you're pressed in drinking and driving.
Girl, she had to go to the hood to get some brown bag liquor.
Liquor.
Not liquor.
Brown. That yak.
Yeah. Man, come on. Come on. There are innocent people on the street, ma'am. This
Oh,
was
like
just to double down on, ooh, look at her state. She's definitely not showing up to the banquet. Really?
you knew that she was lying.
Really? And for me, it was the women on the other side of the phone. You know, the friends that weren't even the least bit concerned about this state and the way
Mm-mm.
she was damn near belligerent on this phone. Oh, yeah, girl, that's right. We gonna hit you up as soon as we get out of here. Don't come here. Uh-huh. Because we don't need you embarrassing
Right.
us, embarrassing yourself. Uh-huh. All right, girl, see you later. It was not like the
I
urgency wasn't
care.
felt in the friendship. But this was tired. This was just another notch of like, Naomi, you know, drink and be bothered in the company of your own home, in your mansion. That was an option. No, we drove to get drunk and you know our top notch vintage probably gown in our vintage BMW to maybe put somebody else's life at risk. Oh, get a life.
That's I mean, they don't care about whether how did you get there? Where are you going? Are you driving? Like are you safe? There was none of that. Also she took this opportunity to tell Geneva how terrible of a lawyer she was.
Mhm.
Girl, just please be serious. Again, Bridget's over here with being the help, hosting and babysitting all at the same
Face.
time because not only is she going to be in attendance for the event, she's also coordinating it, hosting it, and babysitting her bow tie man over here. Again, I don't we have enough black women trying to save the world and be Captain Save a Hoe and do it all and pay for everything. And then, the dynamic of the church house and being the assistant and not really part of the friend group, but still sitting at the table. I want more. And I know it's only been 3 episodes. I'm trying to be fair because I did not mind episode 2. I thought episode 2 was a decent episode, but I need us to get somewhere, Tyra. Where are we going with this? And is she perpetually going to be the help over here?
Oh, Tyler said, Julia, you know I never make a
Make
fool
a
of
fool of
ya.
ya.
You and me, it's like we out of space. I want to wrap them legs around my waist and in my face. He was about to yell for some cramps. He was about to yell for some cramps. Like, oh God. We already have Bridget in the perpetual state of being the help. Even in just the friends dynamic, it's like Bridget, get hey, that.
Yeah,
Can you attend to that? Like
mhm,
we don't need you here.
yeah.
The show in general is giving Latoya and Geneva friends, but everybody else they're just kind of innocent bystanders who may get caught up in the crossfire. I think with Bridget, we are going to give her the narrative of getting tea. Whether that's on Devon Franklin's character because she's going to be around in the church most often to see and hear things transpire and relay them to the group, or to Latoya Lucke's character. But
Mhm.
friend,
Yeah. Hold
I don't know. I don't know. Even the gown they put her in, like I said, it was not up to par with the other ladies. I already knew this is where we were going with her when we decided to make her the assistant. But even with that, still have some respectability for me as a contributor to this friend group and to your dynamic. Even when we have this man acting a plum ass fool, well, a drink. I need a drink.
It's a
Who?
trip.
Yeah, just
Man.
we had to have him be loud, obnoxious, and ghetto down at the banquet. We needed that. We needed one more notch as to why we're questioning Bridget as a woman. Because why are you with this man?
Right.
Why? Why?
Right.
Is it really that great, or really that desperate? We can't hold on to the job. You're embarrassed. Like, she wants him to go to the back. You sitting at the back. Now, baby, I'm sitting. Why we gotta go to the back? Oh no, Bridget gets to sit with us. Right here, Bridget. You have the fortune of getting to sit
Mhm.
with us at this
At the
table.
table. Yeah.
And he can sit there too. Like, it's not giving that. And I don't know why we decided to make her so less than.
I
It's
don't
an
know
odd
either.
choice. like I said, even if she's going to be around the church to be the nosy goer and get the tea and lend an ear to Latoya when she needs it, we could have had her just be a bystander or an assistant. We didn't have to make her a member of the core friends group, because then you make her narrative less interesting and problematic. Because even if I am your assistant, I do want to be treated with, some realm of
Right.
respect, or just something that pushes me up and lets me know, even though I'm not, maybe financially or as far as who I'm linked with in your space, but I'm still valued here as a person for what I bring. I don't know if we're getting that with Bridget. It's kind of low down, and they didn't do her any
Yeah.
favors with this piece of raggedy ass man. She's
Yeah.
embarrassed. I at least thought, if this is this and they were making fun of her, she paying for it, because Lord, what would he want? Like, ugh. But it's like, regardless of that, I'm proud of him. Yes, I'm going to show him and flaunt him on my own. I care about this man, whether y'all see it or not, and maybe have Bridget realize later, this isn't what I need in, my older age, what I desire from my life. I need a man to give me more than just his presence in his body. But she's sick of him. Where are we
Yeah.
supposed to go if in episode 3 you're sick of him? I don't
Girl,
know.
nowhere but to the gutter. Because my thing is, there's been shows that could have been a blueprint for this in how to make a friend group that have different socioeconomic statuses. Because we see it
Yeah,
all the time. There are friend groups where everyone, doesn't make all the coin. But
yeah.
to have her
Maya
seated
Wilkes.
here, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I immediately thought girlfriends. And I was like, Maya Lynn, for that matter, was a bum. She was loafing on everybody else. But I was like, it's hard when you make three of these women very, very accomplished women. They've already let us know Geneva's the lawyer, Rashida's the first lady of a mega church, and Tiffany is a real estate mogul. She makes $500,000 a year, allegedly. And
Tony.
even Naomi got a cute coin over there, $37 million. And you don't know what it's like to have this kind of money, right? But then you have her who's so decidedly lower as far as the spectrum is, and she's working as the assistant. I don't like
Mhm.
again, I don't believe this sisterhood. I don't believe it yet. But this was kind of like the top of the episode for me, because finally we get to meet all these men folk, honey, and the pastor's man right there. But
Ha!
anyway, I'll say this: the Franklin reveal. I was like, he looked like a F boy. Girl, you knew when you met this man over here, talking about Naomi's man over here on the right.
Mhm.
You knew when you met that man who he was, with them pink lips and that goatee. You knew he was a trash box. You knew he was finna be trouble. Ronrico, aka William, over there being just as fine as he wanna be, with a beautiful smile, playing matchmaker with his best friend Javon. So Javon wasn't only somebody she stepped out with, he was a close personal friend of the family as
Uh-huh.
well. And Javon going into it, clearly with the log line for this episode being immediately just to make Geneva jealous. And then, of course, we have Pastor Jefferson, who is a faker, a phony. He's liable to be doing anything else. If it wasn't Devon Franklin, I would leave heavily into this same gender loving notion. But
Mhm.
because it is him, I'm not sure he's going to go over there. But it'll be interesting to see. And then finally, because we've already addressed the bum, the basement dweller with no dingling, um, Tiffany's other guy, who is he to her? He's still a mystery man to me, because why are you so pressed? I gave Tiffany's, little opportunity, and he quit the first day. So why are you so pressed about this? Who is he to her? And will we discover that? But talk to me about this.
Yeah, baby. I
What
don't
about
know who that man is to Bridget. I was thinking maybe either an ex or a
Bridget?
sibling. I can't really tell from his behavior, but he is perplexed about, I gave you an opportunity, I gave you a job. You left me high and dry. I was shorthanded. And he doesn't care. He doesn't have any ambitions beyond being an influencer or a gamer, or he's supposedly young, I guess, around the edges. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see that. I don't know if he's someone who is, if he isn't a sibling, I'm assuming he's someone who is either has a past with Bridget, or someone in the friends group close who wants to be Bridget's man and he ain't gave her the time of day. I don't know. But child, don't do William. I'm tired of y'all playing with Enrico. Why is he the safe, we don't want you option? What is that about? This is the third or fourth role, like we said, whether it's, First Wives Club or over there with Divas and Eve. Like, oh, we're Baby, this for Rico.
Mm-hmm.
If she don't know what to do, I'll show you what to do. I'll
Okay.
marry his ass in a second and have some black babies, black ashy babies. What are y'all talking about? I'm not gonna play with Rico. But be that as it may, he's the, bystanding. Oh, let me put you down. You first of all, don't you ever have that grown ass man riding in the back seat in the middle of y'all like a goddamn toddler, even if it's for a systematic shot. Because I don't have time. Don't you ever do that again, Tyler.
I thought I
But
had it on here. I don't.
this is diabolical as hell. This is so diabolical and so low of Geneva for what we know of William. That man ain't did nothing. Curtis was supposed to love me. Girl, all he did was love you from what we see. And want to, but it just gives. I was never that satisfied in my marriage, but not even stepping out. You kept it close. You guys know each other. You're familiar. This is a friend. Damn near family with how he coasting. You gonna love Tiffany. She beautiful, got a good job, got her own money. Oh, baby, you just gonna love Tiffany, huh? Baby, move over. Let her sit. Let them talk. Let these single people talk. We have too many roles of Rico being the innocent, unassuming bystander when he's the main attraction. Don't play with Rico or on his time, but okay. But we'll see where that goes. Baby Devon in this cheerleader that he got on his team. Baby, he was giving we did it, Joe. We did it, baby. We gonna make it happen. I don't know how far we're gonna go with it, but if Devon ain't over there sneaking and creeping with the deacon, I don't know what. Cause baby, why are you so excited? He was giving baby, my man. We did it. We accomplished it. What banquet? You walked in here with her on your arm, but you're thinking of me at nighttime. I don't know what's happening. And maybe Devon doesn't, just because it's him, I don't want to go over there in those streets and be in, a same-sex relationship or be cheating on my wife in that way. But who knows? You never know in these Tyler Perry streets. But that's what it gave to me this episode because, baby, that man was way excited to be in his graces and in his pocket and feel like I accomplished something. We accomplished something like we always do. Mm-hmm. I was like, who are you? And what do you want? I don't know. We shall see. Baby Franklin over there with all his grays. I was like, why is he so gray? Did she get with, an older man and it was, one of those dynamics and it's just like, yeah, I'm tired of keeping you. I'm tired of whatever. Let me have you be sad, but I'm ready to move on. I don't know, but yeah, Franklin don't mean anybody any good. If anybody ever thought that Naomi was just acting up for acting up's sake, of course, there's justification for it. But we also don't do Naomi's character any favors with how she presents and how she acts about it because it's just so heavy all the damn time and just so aggressive. I'm sure he's given her every single right to be angry because he was happy to come in there with that woman on his arm. Yeah. Since my upgrade.
It wasn't an upgrade, Jesus. Meanwhile, Geneva over here too invested. She doesn't feel guilt. She is jealous of this situation. Javon said, I'm gonna make her jealous, and that's exactly what he did because you can't even talk to Rico because you in her mouth. What's so funny? What has you guys giggling so much? What's so funny over here? What are you doing? Entertain your man. Like, girl, if obvious was obvious was obvious, but this did let me know, and of course I think we'll discover it. Rico knows. Rico knows something. He's pressing too hard for Javon to hook up with Tiffany. He knows. I don't know if he knows the extent or like that this baby's not his, but he definitely knows there was something between them because this was too in your face, William. You see everything else, but you don't see this. Tyra, what? Geneva don't give a damn. A single damn.
Do you know how literal Tyler can be? I wouldn't even put that on Ron. I wouldn't put that on William just to know, just because naturally he should. I don't know. Tyler can be very literal with his writing. You would want him to know and really be manipulating things from the sidelines. So when she does go, aha, I knew you was over here at the Goya with the heifer down at the school. Yeah, but why wouldn't I be? You didn't want me. Ocho Cinco wanted me. Slapping cat. Ocho Cinco wanted me. I don't know. I don't know. That would be a nice like aha moment. But I just never know with Tyler and where he wants to go with these characters. Girl, Geneva ain't nobody's friend. Geneva ain't nobody's friend. Girl, Geneva is low down. You can't tell me in a billion years with how close they supposedly are if you told Tiffany, even though I've told, Rashida, I didn't tell you guys everything, and I did, cheat on William, and it was with him. This isn't a safe situation, girl. I'm going to protect you before my own little petty jealousy feelings. The fact that she hasn't uttered that and she's sitting, seething. What's so funny? Huh? Are you making her laugh? Well, why are you making the whole laugh? Girl, it feels like Tasha. Marcus, what's so funny with the whole Marcus? Why are you making her laugh? What's so funny? She's so hyper fixated on, oh, he came here for me, and this is just too much. Could this night just be any worse? And it's just, oh, she ain't thought about Tiffany. It's all about her. And girl, if you don't think enough of me as your friend, girl, you're an enemy. Girl, get out of my face. Even when we have the sit down and you have Tiffany come trying to inquire, maybe something you'll tell me later, but ooh, isn't he handsome? He got prospects. I think I'm gonna get back out there. That was your moment. It was just the three of you. You had ample space to go, girl, no, this isn't what that is.
Yeah.
Please, I'm sorry, but X, Y, and Z. Girl, you ain't say nothing.
No.
Trash friend, trash behavior.
Exactly. That's my thing. And after we see her, Tiffany in episode 1, literally comforting Geneva, like, no, Geneva, you're a great mom. You have a great marriage. He would never, I got your back, girl. We girls. Like, what about your friends? And then to see that this is something you even haven't even made her privy to, or even, like you said, if you hadn't before, in this moment, this is your prime opportunity. Baby, I can't tell you all the details, but just know, no, this is not the arrangement you want to be. She didn't even have to spill all of her tea. She could have just said something as it relates to Javon, like, no, baby, this is not what you want. This is, the situation. Now, what she would have done with that afterwards. But I feel like if you're my girl, my girl, I'm gonna tell you, like, why do we feel like we need to keep secrets? Again, I don't think Geneva's nobody's friend except Rashida, and she might not even be Rashida's
I'm
friend.
not saying Rashida either, because baby, you didn't utter anything either. She was heavily prioritizing Geneva. We see who the core is here. We see who the center of the friendship is, and that's always kind of, even when we get into Insecure. There's Molly. There's but yeah, it's always going to be Molly and Issa. It's never going to be, well, I'm going to tell this Tiffany something that I'm not going to know. There's that. But with how serious this situation is, down to the baby and the history that you guys have, you're gonna sit on that, and you're sitting in here talking, and girl, well, I actually did sleep with him in the IVF, and this, and it could be, it was just once, right? Well, no, it was a lot of, I don't, it could be. This is trash. This is trash behavior, and if I was Tiffany, I would check these hoes at the door
immediately. And like I said, at least I'm saying these are the only true friends in the group. At least Geneva confided in her Rashida in this moment. Rashida knows all the tea. But again, to me, this is even problematic because we do have Rashida supposing to be this pastor, this woman of faith, who's in this friend group and still is not really leading or guiding Geneva in a proper way, in my opinion.
It's
But
okay. It's all right, girl.
yeah,
Calm down.
no.
It's all right. Well, I slept with him, and it was a lot of time, so it could be, girl. It's all right. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, but it's not. And I just would expect her to hold her to a higher standard. But again, there's a reason that they are the friends in the group. So I'm really curious about what secrets Rashida has to hide. I know DeMarcus had been saying, hey, DeMarcus, if you watch this on the replay, but he had been saying in the comments that Rashida's character is likened unto Lady May from Greenleaf. And I said, right now, Rashida's character is pretty clean and pristine. Lady May was
Well,
not
what's
against
happening
it.
with
She
Lady
had a
May?
story.
I ain't never seen that. What's she
Well,
be
she had
doing?
a story past, honey. She had done, her husband had did his thing, but she had done her things as well. Like, she was very cunning, very sly, very much a secrets, very much a past, very much
Wait,
a present.
who betrayed Lady May?
Lynn Whitfield.
Oh hell! Diabolical. Okay. Okay,
And
I
so
see
thinking
it.
about Rashida, I don't know, because like y'all said in the comments, I see you, Samantha, said Tyler Steele. He may go over there and tip. It makes
Oh, so
me
Greenleaf
feel
isn't his show.
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no, 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 no. Definitely worth a watch. Greenleaf is cooking. But no, but over here now, Rashida, there's a reason you guys have a chord. attached to each other. So I think that there's something beneath the surface with Rashida. I think she got some
Mhm.
secrets. I think she got some
Yeah,
stories to tell.
definitely. I was gonna say if she's confiding in her with all her secrets, even if the friendship of it all, girl, I'm not gonna dig deep and go there unless I have something on you too. She
Hmm.
has to have something.
Yeah, it's got to be balanced, honey. Meanwhile, this is your Christina. Christina
Christina,
left.
Christina's
Christina
not
left.
here. She packed some of your things and hers and left.
Sorry. Uh, but so we have this over here. Of course, this is Franklin. This is Naomi's ex-husband and his new Christina. It didn't give what I think they thought it might give. I think you got to be a bad bee coming in here. Or maybe that's the point. Maybe she's not supposed to give bad B. I don't know, but she didn't move me at all. And he's pretty par for the course. He's not anything unexpected. He seems very cocky and very, kind of self-obsessed. So this didn't deviate from the program that I thought it would be. Tyra, what did you think of Franklin? I believe is his name.
I
Yeah.
mean, something. What really would have been interesting with how abrasive and heavy Naomi's narrative is, if he was genuinely like, I love her. She was just, it was just all a bit too much. I just want peace in my life at this point. I want to raise, my boys. They're grown. I just want to move on with my life. No, he's crazy. He's a gaslighter. He's awful, and it's
Mhm.
supposed to give validity to her character, but somehow it just doesn't. It just doesn't because it's just I don't know.
It's not enough.
Tyler doesn't have enough of a medium to go. All right, Miss Portia Coleman with Naomi's character. I want you to go this far, but just just enough. I don't want it to. It's just I want you to be on 10 and who girl what like we don't need that to get the point across. But because we make her so heavy by proxy, it makes everything else look like well whatever's happening over here, girl. You're
Mild.
still crazy. Girl, you're still wild. The behavior is still, but
Yeah.
he's bringing this woman in here like it's a badge of honor. Like,
Mhm.
now I have the white woman. I got a white woman. I've reached the pinnacle of my success. Haha. Okay, well, we got it.
Oh,
We
Lord.
see what it is with him. I think Naomi was the starter wife. But
Mhm.
it just doesn't give like how, and I'm gonna go back like Dara, Christina, like Dara Mad Black Woman. We know that
Brutal.
her character was definitely a starter wife, and she had
Mhm.
this submissive, quiet mousiness to her before her, finding her way. But I wanted children, Charles. It was all of that. Naomi is. You can't give us this and expect me to think that no Naomi was anything but kind
That.
of maybe that until this moment. Like, oh, you set off something. Naomi was all these other things before, and now you set off a firecracker. I don't know. I hope that we have Tyler give her some more dimension to know, like, oh, okay, this is what we were. I don't know if we're going to get a flashback. I don't know if we're going to see her interacting with her children as a parent and a mom. It's just not enough. As horrible as this man may be, which we haven't seen a lot beyond him trying to flex his white woman because he thinks he's, got a prize. And maybe he
Mhm.
took Naomi for granted or whatever it was. And he is trying to throw it in her face and rub it in. We still want to see dimension with her, and he's just not giving that to us.
No, he's absolutely not.
This is your
But
Christina.
we'll see. I need to see what he be about. Because again, I need to see you dragging her from the house and throwing her.
I
But that
will
doesn't give the story.
I
If
will
we're gonna
say
do that,
with this, when we got this heifer here, Tiffany was the main one standing 10 toes down.
she
For
was.
the,
She
for
was
the
standing up
she,
for
he
Naomi,
was
but
standing. That's why I was like, oh, Tiffany's down for the we're all friends, and I don't care even out of your presence. Because you say, oh my god, I hope that thing isn't in. She's anywhere around. I want to deal with that. She's like, who? Say the name. Who? I'm her closest friends. Because what you're not going to do is talk about my friend or
yeah.
play about her in my presence. Yeah, Tiffany's a friend. I don't know about all these other heifers.
That's what I said. She gives friend while the others don't give so much. And what she say, though I think those earrings look better on brown skin. Like when
Brown
Naomi
skin.
wore them.
Brown
What do you
toes.
mean? What is she talking about? What is she talking about, Franklin? Chuck, so the membership link should be in both of our descriptions for the channels.
Mhm.
Otherwise, if you go to the channel page, there's a link if you wanted to join the membership. But shout out to Chuck again for the $10 super chat. Game of
I'm
Thrones
gonna leave
fun,
it in the
Tyra. Mark it
chat.
down.
Not
Kicked us
you.
out
Look
of
at here. Let me put that in my Rolodex.
the Northern Cali Negroes remember.
You can't be rolling up now, Chuck. Look, I don't want you to get carried away. We have, certain lives for certain lives. I'm going to drop that link because I would love for you to be a member, Chuck, because you hold us down so heavily.
Not the gray hair and the pink lips, but easing on down to the last slide of the live. Drunk and a fool. We knew this was coming. This was not a surprise that she stumbled her way in there very drunk and goofy in the face to mess up the church house event because there's no liquor here. It's a dry event. This is a church, all right? We're fundraising. And so here she comes with her tongue out, her wig half on, just sloppy and drunk. And look at the sisterhood here. I'm holding you up, sis. Tyler did this on purpose. He said, I want you to have your arm around her waist, literally supporting her, because that's what we
Yeah.
need in this community. We need Black women to support Black women. I'm not buying this. I think this is a girl, shut up. This you're embarrassing. You're embarrassing us. This is not the time or the place. Let's spirit you away into the back sanctuary. Let's go into the office so I can give you some counsel. This was Aggie and just kind of, let me sprinkle a little something on it so you guys come back next week for episode 4. And I'll be back for episode 4. Tyra, talk to me about this last scene of the episode.
Child. Well, when did she change dresses? That's what I was focused on. I was like, where's the gown? When did you have time to change dresses? All right, I guess. Child. The way I don't care. The way I don't care. The way we are about to welcome on down to the membership, Chuck. Thank you so much. That sounds real country. Thank you so much. I thought we would get this before the episode went out. What I didn't like in this episode was everybody was acting all oblivious to, who knows? If Franklin even come, is he bringing that woman on down? We established Franklin was coming down to the banquet first episode. So why is it a guesstimate now? We didn't think enough of her to warn her prior to this situation, and the fact that he cared enough and was diabolical enough to snatch his assets away from her that she was rightfully supposed to give over in the first place. And baby, if you didn't want all that damn hassle, girl, give that up. We literally spent 30 minutes of the episode. No, what? I'm not taking it off. This is my stuff. No, I earned this stuff. You're not taking that. Of course, for her to just give it up anyway. And as quickly as we gave them up, you put these same earrings out of her ears on this other woman. So clearly he has an ulterior motive. The quicker we get her done, the better. I'm expecting her to slide. I'm expecting her to come across the table. I know y'all ain't in here talking to her already. I would have loved for Naomi to be sound mind and body when she came in here, and it was very, yeah, okay. I hope you're happy, Pookie, that you abandoned me. Hope she meets your mom. Hey, Pookie. I wanted that, but the fact that we have to make her see, that's why I don't deal with them. That's why I got this nice white tea woman. She would never. Christina would never. But yeah, we had to have her drunk and belligerent at this moment. But I'm expecting her to slide across the goddamn table on this lady and show her whole assets down at the function and probably embarrass herself more than she ever would this damn man right now.
I agree, Lord. I think you do. I think you have to go all the way or stay home because like this halfway. Let me move her away. No, go on and give us a scene. That's what you came here for. Chuck, thank you so much for becoming a member of The Struggle Is Real, and then you came on over to the sweet side. All right, and you became a
Let me see.
wow. Thank you, Chuck.
Yeah, he
Chuck
feeling
come
now.
through dripping every time. He
Girl, drip.
supports. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, Bookie. We really, really do. But y'all, that was the episode. I'm not doing predictions because listen, we're not doing predictions.
Why you not doing predictions?
Tyra, anything else you want to say? You can give it if you want. I'm not doing.
I mean, predictions. The movie moves at the show moves at a snail's pace. So I predict that Naomi's gonna slide and come across that damn table. I'm hoping that visual of Rashida being perplexed in her what looks to be driveway talking to Devon Franklin. I'm hoping that resonates at some point. Like, let's get there. Let's get into the just. because their dialogue is very, well, why you mad? Well, you jumping to conclusions. Well, you always do this. You always, Rashida, what? I like you. I care about you. You know that. Well, I love you. Uh-huh. You know that. Uh-huh. This it's just a lot of nothing's really being said. I'm hoping we get to the bottom of it immediately next episode. Maybe Geneva gonna do exactly what she's doing, sit in the back and be perplexed because Tiffany, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man. I can't say that's my man, or say that I even because I'm trying to save. What you trying to save this marriage? You're so you was discontent, like you were upset and bothered before you ever knew that man was back in town. So, girl, let's not act like you're trying to save face. You're really being a trash ass friend. I guess Bridget just gonna be over there holding down her PlayStation player. I don't know. I'm hoping we do away with that as quickly as we introduced him because she's not even giving that she's happy with the man. So I don't know where they expect her narrative to go, or is she going to meet somebody? Or are we going to hear more from the man who's going off talking about he gave him an opportunity? I'm really interested in Devon. I want to know if he's going to go over there into them homosexual streets. Are you homosexual? You homosexual? Are you going over there? Is your interest lacking in your marriage or your dynamic or what you're really trying to invest in Rashida? Because all along, I really like me a Menzies.
Lord have mercy.
We're gonna see.
I'm hoping maybe Rashida had an affair with him. Yeah, I'm hoping, and then he's kind of just always watching because he's the pastor's friend. That might be too on the nose, but we'll see. But y'all, that was the episode, child. That was episode. What was that? 3. Touch tones. Rico said yes. Welcome to the Sweet Struggle Syndicate, aka the Collective. Period.
Yes.
That sounds about right. But you guys, we are going to be coming back in about, give me 20 minutes. Give me till 9:45 to come back, and we will be watching Love Island. The members will be able to watch it in the Discord. Chuck, I'm going to make you a member in the Discord so you can get into our secret rooms over there. But thank y'all so much for being here. Don't forget, tomorrow we have Collective News. And after that, Blockbuster Movie Night will be Invasion of the Body Snatchers with Tyra. Anything else you want to let people know before we get out of here, Tyra?
Nothing. Y'all follow suit. Thank you so much. We love a good member, but we love when y'all become a member on both sides. Y'all just does something to me. I'm all warm. I'm all warm. So we definitely appreciate you so much, Chuck, for showing love to the both of us. That's all we ever want. Please join us in a little bit for Love Island. Those things have been a hoot. If not, we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for Collective News, as well as the members only watch along.
Absolutely. You guys, I'm going to leave you with this choice for Blockbuster Movie Night. You guys have the most amazing evening, and we will see you if you're coming over for Love Island in just a few short minutes. Thank you guys for coming through. Like, subscribe, notification bell, all that. All right?
I've lived in this city all my life. But somehow today I felt everything had changed. I know this is going to sound insane. Jeffrey is not Jeffrey. I'd keep seeing these people. Things were being passed between them.
None of them were people you knew?
People were different. Not just Jeffrey, but everybody. It was like the whole city had changed overnight. People are being duplicated.